Aquarius. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who have never been here before, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here for the first time. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back to watch another one of my readings. And for those of you who are my Capella members, I love you to death. Thank you so much for being who you are and for all your love and support. So, Aquarius, what we're going to do here is we're going to see what is going on with your love situation for the end of February 2023, or you can look at this as how your person is thinking, feeling about you. You take this according to your situation, what your current story is at this time. We're going to get additional messages from Holy Spirit to see what else is going on with your person, how they're thinking, feeling about you, or what else is coming to you in love with regards at the end of February 2023. We're also going to look into what this new supermoon in Pisces is activating in you, in your person, and or in your connection. After that, we're going to get guidance from Spirit on how to best navigate these energies for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about. There will be an extended for this reading. I will talk about what the extended entails in the description box below, but if you're curious how to access that extended already, there's a link. The first link below will send you right to the page to access your reading, the extended reading. If you go to capellawellness.com, if you go in the header of my website, you click on the extended videos section, and it'll take you straight to it. If you're in the mobile web browser, click on the hamburger menu, and you will see the option to check out the extended videos there. All right, Aquarius. I didn't have to say anything. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for this. We have the 9 of Spades, and I am reading this playing card deck as tarot. My guides have asked me to do it that way, and as I always say, I comply with what my spirit team tells me to do. I love you when you give me great advice. And this 9 of Spades is 9 of Swords, all right? So we have this right here. This is kind of interesting because this energy is very different from Gemini and Libra that I recorded earlier today. The bottom of the deck is the 10 of Diamonds. It's the 10 of Pentacles. Love is hope. All right? Okay. So, this could be you, Aquarius. It could be your person. There are some of you who are kind of like thinking that having it all with your person and having the love of your life, or having this dream of a family legacy, a happy, healthy family, marriage, financial security, stability, you know, things looking up in your life. Like some of you may think that having 10 of Pentacles is hopeless. All right, the 10 of Pentacles did come out in my live reading on Saturday, which was the 18th. It wasn't too long ago. And you're probably thinking, whatever, man, it's a sham. It's false. There's no way. It's hopeless. It's not happening. If you're already thinking that, Aquarius, that's exactly what you're going to manifest. Nothing. You're going to manifest hopelessness, 9 of Swords, despair, negative thoughts, like dark energy. It's going to be all like dark, dingy, all that stuff. If you're already having negative thoughts about actually having this type of love in your life, not having hope, not having faith, then that's exactly where you're going to manifest into the physical. It's exactly how it works. You are what you attract, what you are vibrating at, okay? So, and in this card, love is hope here. But I look at this more as faith. I look at what God told me one time when I lost my hope ring before I was going to go hiking. And I bought that hope ring because my counterpart, I was going through a lot. I thought something was hopeless when I was going through my divorce, and my divorce had finally. I think I was going through it still. I was already separated from my then husband. And there was all this stuff happening. Work wasn't going right. Like the family was all this and that about my divorce. And I was just, you know, I just wanted to get away. I wanted to take my son and leave. And I told him, like, there's no point. It's hopeless. Like, what? I just feel like getting up and going. And he said, you know, we stay because we have hope, right? And when I read that email from him years ago, I ran into this sterling silver ring that had the word hope on it. And it reminded me of his email when he told me that. To always have hope every time I ran into like Nine of Swords. And Nine of Swords isn't just hopeless. It's just dark thoughts. It's just thinking that nothing's going to pan out. That it's doom and gloom for forever and a day. That, you know, you're not going to come out of a situation no matter what you do. And if you keep thinking these negative thoughts and you're thinking that nothing's ever going to go right, it's exactly what's going to happen until I change my mentality. Nine of Swords is trying to get you to change your mentality. Watch your thoughts here. And I had that ring on my pointer finger for years. And when I lost it, I was like, oh man, I'm not going to have that reminder anymore. But as I was going through my hike that day, God said, Jess, you don't need that ring anymore. What you really need to grow, or what you need to work on, is faith. He specifically told me, I need you to have more faith than hope. Because hope can be, well, yeah, you know, I hope it happens. There's still a wishy-washiness with hope. And I'm not knocking down on the whole hope thing, because it is in this card. Love is hope, but what my guides are telling me to tell you, Aquarius, is love is faith. Faith is stronger than hope. Faith is knowing that God is going to give you the Ten of Pentacles, that it's going to happen, that things are going to look up, that it's not going to be hopeless, that it's not, your life isn't going to be in despair. Your love life isn't just like, this is not going to go anywhere. Okay? You have to pull out of that mentality. And when this card says, I love you when you give me great advice, your person's telling you, you know, you've given me good advice, great advice about family, about what is meaningful in life. The Ten of Pentacles is also understanding what is really of value. And that's family. It's home. It's having a happy, harmonious phone. I don't know why I'm trying to say phone. Maybe somebody's going to call you. Now all of a sudden I'm getting somebody is getting nervous. They're stressing out because they're about to call you. They're about to contact you. I don't know. That just came out of left field. Maybe they're stressing out because they're going to tell you, I want to marry you. I want to have a family with you. I want everything with you. I want to build a business. All of the above, perhaps. What I say by accident is not an accident. So going back to this thing, having this, like there's this tree of love here with all the hearts on it. This is growth. It takes time to build this type of lifestyle. And it also takes time to vibrate at an energetic level to attract the Ten of Pentacles, to have like this beautiful life here where you have the dogs and the kids and the marriage and everyone's harmonious, everyone's supporting each other. It's not just about the money. The money is usually the last thing to come in when you're dealing with manifestation, from what I've been told by my spirit team. You've got to be in vibrational alignment with the Ten of Pentacles. But you've got to believe and trust and have faith that having this type of marriage, home, family life is attainable, because it is. If you're thinking there's no way with this Nine of Swords, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Your thoughts create things. Your thoughts create reality. Anything that you're losing hope over, anything that you're feeling is like, oh God, no, there's no way. Like, I'm stressing out. This is not going to happen. Then it's not going to happen. Some of you are actually also, and remember, while this is about love for the end of the month, supposedly it could be any month, but this is love in all forms. This is not just with your person if the person is not resonating with you. I'm also getting, for some of you, this is a familial thing. There's an ancestral pattern that some of you keep repeating with overdoing it with the family, okay? Something about being money hungry or focusing too much on work instead of family, not watering your plants. Maybe you're not literally watering your plants, but it's not literally watering your spiritual plant. Watering the seed that you started off as being. God planted you onto this earth. Some of you are doing way too much in the home, and there's not equal give and take in it. There's not a balance between duties, between roles here. Some of you may be actually working towards this, Or maybe you kind of started it and it's kind of like not there yet and you're kind of already losing hope. You're thinking negative. There's no way I'm going to be able to have this harmony and peace in my marriage, in my home. You got to keep at it, right? But again, if you're the one who's overdoing it and you're not actually taking care of yourself, you're not watering your plant, your spiritual plant here, you've got to work on that. You've got to break that cycle. That's what this Nine of Swords is. In the positive side, Nine of Swords is breaking the cycle. Seeing things clearly. Understanding, I keep repeating these ancestral patterns. For some of you, you have an ancestral pattern with overdoing it in the home, in a marriage, in a family unit. Where somebody in the family, could very well be you, Aquarius, you do everything for everybody. No. I can say this because this is an ancestral pattern in my own family, where the majority, especially the females, they're doing everything when this is not what God wants in a family unit, in the home. There's no harmony there. There's no balance. There's no tranquility. It's like, no, but not everybody's like happy-go-lucky, or the rest of the family is good to go, and you're like Nine of Swords. You're losing sleep. Your mental state is not there. You have scattered thoughts. You're depleted of energies. You're tossing and turning a lot. Like you can't think straight because, oh my God, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do that, right? It's mental stress, physical stress, emotional stress. That's what the Nine of Swords causes. There may even be a little bit of regret and shame because you're realizing, oh my God, I'm the one who's not putting my foot down and allowing people to run amok in the house or in the marriage or in the home, whatever this is for you. You see how these diamonds are aligned? They're balanced, 5 and 5. I hear like something about delegating, and you know what? They're calling me out. Ten of Wands is right underneath this. This is about not delegating, overdoing it, stress, brink of collapse, because there may be a control issue here for someone. I gotta do everything. It has to be done my way, something like that. That affects your relationships in all forms, Aquarius. If you're kind of like syncing up with this, if this is your story, you've got to flip this around. But you got to keep working hard at it. But what I'm getting very strong for some of you is that you've got to work on your mental state. You've got to work on this Nine of Swords. Work on better sleeping habits for some of you. Stop stressing out about stuff you don't need to stress out about. Stress is actually a low vibrational frequency. God did not design the human body to withstand stress. He did not. Does not make any sense. If he created us to be harmonious and at peace, why would he create us to live a life of stress and despair and hopelessness? That's no way to live. That's not who God is. So some of you are needing to work on this, okay? In all of your relationships, when you get to a place of balance, harmony, stability, security. Maybe some of you are stressing out about money, about paying your mortgage, paying the house, paying something. Some of you are stressing out about something. Or maybe you're regretting buying a house, or you're regretting something here. Getting married, maybe? I don't know. Could be for someone. Could even be your person. But you've got to be honest here, okay? You have to be honest with the situation. While your person loves that you give them great advice, again, you've helped them to work on their ancestral patterns. You help them to deal with a betrayal or something like that, where somebody married them for money. Okay? Having them realize, you know what? Money isn't everything. And if somebody married you for money, well, you know, either you get the divorce or you do something with that, or you talk to that person, whatever it is. Because when there are financial problems in the home, in the marriage, like that causes stress, right? Things kind of start to fall apart. But if you really work at it, you can fix it. But remember, it's got to take two to tango. If one person doesn't want to put in the effort, it's not going to work. And you can't force anybody to do shit. So there's something about somebody marrying for money, because the shadow of Ten of Pentacles is a money trap. There's like a money tree there instead of a love tree. You want to grow love trees, not money trees. You could have given somebody great advice about what is important. What is the meaning of life? What is it that you truly value? Instead of focusing on the money. There's also an energy where somebody's stressing out because either they're filing for bankruptcy or they're about to go bankrupt, or they feel like they need to file for bankrupt because they can't keep up in the house, the maintenance in the house, or keep up with the mortgage, or something along those lines. That's for somebody specific. But there's somebody around you, Aquarius, who gives you great advice. And some of you may not be taking that advice, or you're a little bit skeptical of the advice with whatever this is in your situation. But this person, with the advice that you're giving them, this is for another group, you're giving them that hope, but I think you're really instilling more faith than hope in them. That they can have it all with you, that they can have the world with you, that they can provide for you and protect you, that they can have this beautiful family, they can have everything. They need to stop worrying about if they come forward to you, or they tell you they want to have a family, they tell you they want to build a business together, they tell you that, you know, I can help you out with your finances, because the Ten of Pentacles is also a highly beneficial marriage, like materially. Like you marry into money, or somebody gets an inheritance and this person wants to share that money with you, right? There's something about that where this person's getting over this fear. The serious worry and uncertainty of when they marry you, are they going to lose that money? If I ask them to marry me, is it going to be a money trap? Because this person may very well be mustering up the courage to tell you about, I want to buy you a home. I want you to move in with me. I want to have all this with you. I have all this stuff. I have all this money. I got a huge inheritance. I want to share it with you. I want to help you out with your finances. I want to go buy you the house that you don't have. I want to go buy you the car that you don't have. I want to do all these things for you. But there's something about how, again, when I was saying somebody's getting nervous about communicating with you, because somebody's going to tell you about, like, somebody's got money here and they want to, like, give to you. But there could be some sort of hesitation. They're worrying about this because apparently somebody here, for whoever this is for, your person was married before, but their ex-spouse, their spouse then married your person for money. That's what the shadow side of Ten of Pentacles is. And they don't want to go through this again. Especially if when they share with you, I have all of this. I got the inheritance. I made some amazing investments and everything blew up and now I'm a millionaire, whatever this is. I've got family money. I've got money, more money than I can count, and I don't want to keep this all for myself. I want to share it with somebody. But this is not just about money. They want you around because, again, they give you great advice. They give you hope. They give you faith. They bring light into your life. You bring light into their life. You've helped them to grow. This is somebody who's really grown exponentially with coming out of this Nine of Swords energy. They could have also had a mental illness or always finding themselves in severe depression, suicidal thoughts, worry, stress, despair, hopelessness. Nothing's going to come in my situation. I'm just dead, and nothing is going to be bright ever again in my life. But you came along and you changed that. And this person did a tremendous work on themselves to get them out of this Nine of Swords, to break the cycle of that mental illness, to break the cycle of that mental, it's like insanity. Virtual insanity. I'm hearing that song by Jamiroquai for whatever reason, right? Getting caught up in the illusions in their mind. Somebody here would overthink the shit out of things. They would have an idea, they would have a thought, and all of a sudden they would think of the wouldas, couldas, shouldas. Oh my God, the what ifs. This is going to end badly. This is going to end badly. This is not going to go right. I'm going to end up in this, that. It was always negative. Especially when it came to some sort of marriage that they got into, but somebody married them for money. They were very greedy. Maybe your person comes from a very wealthy family. There's family money there. And this person knew this and they married them just for that. That could be somebody here. Okay? But it looks like this person, for some of you who are in alignment, if you are not Nine of Swords whatsoever, you've been putting a lot of time and effort into your spiritual growth, working on your financial stability and security, because, you know, when you're not focusing on the money, but you're doing things to have that security for yourself, but understanding that God's going to provide for you, but you continue to put in the hard work to get to this ending, the completion here of building the solid foundation so something could flourish from it. If you've been doing all this hard work, then so has your person. You can't have 10 of Pentacles on your own, and you can't have the 10 of Pentacles, this beautiful life with someone, if you're freaking out all the time. If you're not in vibrational alignment, this is way too low to attract 10 of Pentacles. To attract this having it all. This amazing family life and not having to worry about money ever again. So there's somebody here who's trying really hard to break out of this cycle. You've been giving them all of this wonderful advice to help them to have faith that their previous marriage will not repeat itself, that, you know, there's nothing to worry about, there's nothing to stress about, because God's got your back. God already has it all planned out. It's already done. You just got to believe and trust and have faith in it. Yeah, you can have a little bit of hope, but my God's telling me again, faith is stronger than hope. Because again, faith is saying you already know that God's going to do it, that he's done it. You have no idea how. You don't know and have no idea when, where, why. You just know. God will always come through for you, but he's just asking you to have faith. That is all he's asking. And for you to do your part too. Part of that is vibrational alignment, a higher vibration. As long as you're doing the work and you're building something better for yourself, you're working towards that, God's going to come in and fill the gaps. He's going to finish off the rest of that proverbial house here, what you're trying to build, what you're trying to grow. And these are the things that God does for you that man cannot do. So somebody here is kind of like, they could very well be, for a small group of you, they're really trying hard not to stress out because of what they're about to come into. Getting back to actually having a family, living with somebody else. There even could be a blending of families here. You have kids, they have kids, you come together and build the family unit. You're all underneath one roof. Someone's getting ready to have this again. And they're trying not to freak out about it because they know they need to talk to you about this. They know that they're going to have to come forward with the truth. They're going to have to speak up about this because they do want everything with you. The home, the family, the dogs, the picket fence, the vacations, the family life. You make the house a home. There's something here about maybe you spend time with your person. Maybe you spend time in their home or they're in your home. And your presence there is so welcome. It's like you don't really have to go, decorate it nicely. It's just how your demeanor is. Again, you give me great advice. Love is hope. You give me faith. You give me hope. You give me a new perspective on life. About family, what is really meaningful. And that energetic presence about you actually leads to them wanting to have what has been missing, what it is that they've been lacking, or what it is that they realizing they really need instead of what they want. I just heard I'm too nervous to ask. Well, if anything, Aquarius, your best bet is to pray for this person. To ask God to send them, bring them peace, put them at ease, help them to clear their mind, help them to not give in to fear. Tell God to augment their faith, their strength in God. That's going to be the best thing you can do for this person. What else do you want Aquarius to know about their love situation for the end of February 2023? Or about their person, how they're thinking, feeling about them? Holy Spirit, archangels, galactic families, Pleiadians, Sirians, thank you, everybody. Deception and regret. Somebody is regretful. That's definitely Nine of Swords. They're stressing out. Regret is at the bottom of the deck. This is exactly why this person's freaking out. They may have even lied to you about money. They may have lied to you about a marriage, lied to you about a family member, lied to you about something. Again, there's also worry, stress, whatever about talking to you about something. Not just wanting the family, the marriage, the harmony with you, the union with you. This is also pertaining to what I was channeling about somebody marrying them for money. And they assume that about you. That they didn't want to get into a relationship or get married again because somebody married them for money. I'm getting that very strongly for somebody here. Or something happened in a marriage. There was like a bankruptcy that happened, or it was disharmonious. There were a lot of family feuds. The family was always fighting, or they come from a family where they can never get in line. It's not harmonious, right? There's nothing happy going on in the house. And they could have very well been Nine of Swords this whole time with you because they thought that would repeat itself, history repeating itself. Whether it's you marrying them for money, going through that whole shit again, or you being in a relationship, especially if you're blending families and nobody gets along. And everybody's arguing and everybody's fighting, and everybody's throwing shade, and I'm saying literal chucking of things across the floor, across the room. And this person thought, I'm not gonna be asking Aquarius, throat chakra, see, they're having a hard time. They're really afraid. Well, Aquarius, something's trying to interfere with your reading, but we're not going to let that happen. I just cleared everything. Got myself some tea over here. See, deception. Somebody is like really regretful because they assumed you to be someone that you weren't. They were basing their past marriage or past relationships or past family issues, thinking that it was going to be the same with you when you are completely different. Okay, this whole Nine of Swords is being caused because they were hiding behind a mask. They didn't want you to know the truth. They didn't want to tell you what was going on. Okay, somebody could very well still be going through a stressful time with family. There may be a family crisis. Okay, and they didn't tell you because they thought you were gonna judge them. You were gonna ridicule them. It could be a lot of things. Okay, this could also be where some of you may be deceiving yourselves right? These negative thoughts, I can't have a marriage like this. I can't have a home like this. I can't have financial security, stability. Get that out of your head. The devil is trying to deceive you, saying, no, Aquarius, you can't have that. That's not possible. Maybe family is telling you that. Maybe friends are telling you that. It's like something's speaking into your ear saying, no, there's no way, Aquarius, you can have that type of love in your life. It's bullshit. Somebody's like lying to you, or the devil's trying to get you to think this. Again, the Nine of Swords. But there is somebody here, your person's like, they're full of regret for hiding behind a mask, for lying to you, for deceiving you, for beating around the bush, for assuming things of you. Things aren't always what they seem. And this person was thinking that with this whole life that they wanted, they thought with you, history was going to repeat itself. They assumed that, like, no, there's no way I can have everything in life, to include true love, to include money, to include an amazing family. This is what God wants every single person on this planet to have. We have to have trust. We have to believe in this. We have to have faith in this. But we also got to do the hard work to break those ancestral patterns, to break those chains, and to stop lying to ourselves or listening to other people who are deceiving us into thinking that the Ten of Pentacles is not attainable when it is. But again, you got to be in vibrational alignment with it. And this person's really full of regret from deceiving you. Okay? From telling you things that weren't truthful, for assuming things of you. Right? Hiding behind the tree. Hiding behind the curtain. Hiding behind some persona. This is like Seven of Swords. Somebody was being very sneaky towards you. There's also something about coming in with different accounts, different profiles, all right? Because it was like they wanted to see if you were the real deal, is what I am getting. Because there is some energy here for a smaller group of you about a huge inheritance that somebody has acquired. Either you're about to get that huge inheritance, family inheritance, or a family estate or something, or your person is the one who's recently received this, or your person is the one who's acquired this. Could even be a home. Again, it could be money, the inheritance, the family estate. It could be all the above. And somebody may have been coming in as somebody else multiple times to try to see if, like, you're gonna marry them for money when they tell you, because they know when you buy the house for them, when they buy the house for you, and you're like, hey, I bought this house for us, where'd you get the money for this? Right? It's not like they're gonna be able to hide it. I bought you a car, where'd you get the money for this? Where does this come from? Right? They can't lie to you about it. They can't, not anymore. This person's done enough of that. They really regret, like, not telling you things and hiding things from you. But then again, this is stemming from their past, from family patterns, from that marriage that they were in for some of them. They had to learn the hard way, Aquarius. We all have to learn the hard way. So this person is like, that's why they're stressing out. We talked about the regret, hopelessness, and the shame. The woulda, coulda, shoulda. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. I should have been honest. I should have been this. But somebody here was like trying to see if you were the real deal. To see when they come forward and they ask you to marry them, when they say, I bought you a house, when they say, I bought you a car, or I want to marry you, I want to have this family with you, I want to build a business with you, that you're really going to be in it to win it. You're going to be in it through the thick and the thin. That you're going to be actually supportive of each other. This is a very supportive, encouraging, motivational marriage and family. It's built on very solid, fertile ground. and you will continue to grow off of this soil, so to speak. But this person thought, there's no way I can have this with Aquarius. There's no way that this is going to actually work. So they pretended to be someone that they weren't. They tried to tell you all these things. No, I don't love you. No, I don't do this, whatever, whatever. When it was the opposite. And they could have very well come in trying to see, well, if I tell Aquarius all this, are they going to really still love me for me? Are they going to continue to give me the great advice? Are they going to continue to support me, to give me the hope, the faith, the encouragement, the light? When I tell them, I have all this money. I have this house. I have this. I want this with you. I want to share it with you. But it's like they had to really get into the weeds, or get into your accounts, or get into spying on you or something like that, or looking you up, or pretending to be someone else, just to see how you would respond, to see what you would say. I'm just getting a huge hit for something that I just came across the other day. That has to do with inheritance. Somebody keeps trying to test the waters with you. To see, especially if there has been mentioned something about an inheritance or money or family, home or something, to see how you would respond, what advice you would give with that inheritance. That's for somebody specific. And maybe somebody was taken aback by your response. And they're like, shit, I really got myself into a hole. Someone was trying to come in to try to trigger you, to try to get to see if you were going to come with some half-assed response, or some greediness, or some, what's the word? Selfish response, or some response that somebody would give where it would be trying to manipulate the other person. I don't know, that's what I'm getting. Now look what's after the regret card. It's a mirroring card. See, if you guys are underneath a lot of stress and you're not taking care of yourself, and there's disharmony in the home or something like that, then people are going to mirror that back to you. You attract what you are reflecting. So we're now going to look into what this new supermoon in Pisces is activating in your love situation, in your connection with your person, and or within you. All right, what is this new supermoon in Pisces activating for Aquarius in love? Oh my God, wow. You have the romantic love card. Look at this. The frequency of romantic love supports our experience to know ourselves through the reflection of a conscious lover. The mirroring card after the regret card. Look at that, number 34. The reflection of somebody else, of a romantic partner. Our reflections, our relationships reflect our inner wounds. Somebody's starting to have some serious awareness and consciousness about that. Awareness is at the bottom of the deck. The energy of awareness supports our capacity to focus our attention on all aspects of a multidimensional world so that we can create a reality that we truly choose. Being aware of that principle. I said your thoughts create your reality. You create the world that you want. If you have a world of stress, anxiety, fear, despair. That's the world that is you're going to create. I said your thoughts create your reality. And somebody here was being activated in your love situation. Some of you are becoming more aware of that, especially if your love life is just like, oh my God, this just doesn't work out. There's always a feud here. There's always family getting in the way. There's always all of this like negative energy flying around. That if you want the true love here, not just romantic love, and you're in a very low vibrational place, you're going to attract like the love that you don't want. And this new supermoon in Pisces, again with that higher consciousness, like crown chakra type of energy, realizing, oh my gosh, I can create the love that I want. I can attract the love that I want. I can attract the home, the family, the type of marriage I need when I'm watching my thoughts, when I'm vibrating at the frequency of what it is that I'm desiring. And for others of you, your person is understanding they're choosing this love. They see this love through you, and it's activating it in them. And remember with the mirroring card, when you're low vibrational, so are they. When you're repeating the same karmic patterns, so are they. When you're thinking this connection with this person, your love life is hopeless, they're going to do the same thing. But when you start to realize this, that the relationships that you have in life, the type of environment that you live in, the type of home that you live in, it's a reflection of you. This is why in tarot, everyone's like, oh my God, romantic love is activating with this new moon in Pisces. And Pisces is all about romance. Pisces is the hopeless romantic. They conjure up these beautiful things. The imagination is uncanny. It's like out there. There's no bound to the love that they give. The romance department, it's just like, there are no limits there. But some of you may be like, oh my God, I'm getting the romantic love, with my love life. This is what the moon is activating. Because again, Pisces is the romance sign. One of them. But are you aligned with it? Are you a reflection of romantic love? Are you a reflection of agape love? The highest love of all. Are you fully aware that you are what you attract? That you have to be putting that out to the universe if you want that to manifest, if you want this to activate. Are you seeing how your lover, your counterpart, has shown you things about yourself that you need to heal, the patterns you need to break? Did this connection with your person cause you to become aware that you were the one who was having failing marriages, failing relationships, or you were part of it? Okay? I'm not trying to put the full blame on Aquarius here. That's not what I'm doing. It takes two to tango. Remember? The reflection of a conscious lover. Romantic love supports our experience to know ourselves through the reflection of a conscious lover. But there is this love that is activating between you and your person. Especially in your person. They want me to read the book. But that is if you are putting that out to the universe. You were living, breathing, talking, emanating high vibrational light the agape level, violet flame, and you're giving that love out to the universe. The affirmation for this is, I am loved. Are you loving yourself first? Feeling whole is an inner state of being, but many choose the outward journey with another to reach this sense of completion. Through relationship, and especially romantic relationship, we learn about ourselves. Unfortunately, this need for another's reflection leads to many misconceptions and expectations in romantic relationships. The most any lover can do for us is bring us closer to ourselves. By focusing on our own heart and soul, our own needs and desires, as well as being conscious of our triggers and fears, we can invite our lover to do the same. When both lovers are conscious of this, a romantic relationship can be deeply fulfilling and supportive of our individual quest for completeness. And 10 is about completion, right? Completeness, happiness, wholeness. With life expectancy increasing, most of us will have more than one significant love relationship during our lifetime. This makes the whole concept of the love of our lives one to be revisited and perhaps redefined to one of the loves of our lives. It is time to acknowledge that there can be many people in both romantic and other relationships with us who can make significant impacts on our life and growth. Do you believe in happily ever after? Do you believe there is a perfect match for you? Have you found yours? How are you actively searching? We carry inside of us a deep-rooted desire to feel loved. When we feel loved, we feel like we belong, and we feel complete and whole. We cannot simply bear to be alone. Our memory of belonging to something larger than ourselves as an energetic being, as part of the whole, the universe, God, drives our search for completion again. But this could also be for some of you, you may be thinking that somebody else is supposed to complete you. That romantic love will make things better for you, that it will bring this happiness, this security, this stability in your life. If you can't find that within yourself, you won't have that type of love that you are so seeking. Again, you've got to reflect that out. You've got to be the love that you wish to see in your life. You've got to be the love that you wish to attract. It all comes from you. Everything starts with you. All right, Aquarius. So before I go to the extended, I'm going to pull a guidance card for you. The extended will include what your person is struggling with, what's blocking them, or what's blocking you from having this love, true love in your life. What's blocking your person from moving forward. We're already getting some stuff here. Okay? What's blocking the connection can be the both of you. Again, the mirroring. We're going to look into that. And when we have a better understanding as to what is blocking us, what we've been struggling with, we are more aware of what it is we need to fix, what it is we need to heal, to progress further on our journey, to get closer to having this love in our lives. All right. And we're also going to look into what's happening next in your connection, or what's happening next in love for you, or what's happening next just for you, period. And then after that, we're going to get messages from your person, what they wanted to say to you on Valentine's Day, but they just couldn't tell you. It could also be messages from your inner masculine to help you attract this love that's being activated, to be in alignment with it. It could also be your inner masculine giving you some words of encouragement, okay? Or your person giving you words of encouragement. So what guidance do we have for Aquarius with regards to love? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadians, Sirians, please and thank you. I'm hearing self-respect. Divine Feminine. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Ooh, forgiveness. Aquarius. I'm going to be completely honest with you. You have been the one zodiac sign that keeps getting forgiveness almost every reading. Almost every reading. I've been reading for you for a couple of years now. No matter what card deck I pick, every now and again, this shows up. Some of you still have an issue with forgiving yourselves and forgiving somebody else. You cannot have this activated in you, in your person, in your connection without this. to have the true love in your life. That's what you need to be aware of. Some of you are thinking that your love life is hopeless. I said, I'm never going to get the 10 of Pentacles. Jess said that everybody gets the 10 of Pentacles, that it's their birthright. I said that in the live, that this is due for you, that you can have this. It's bullshit, whatever. That doesn't happen to everybody. How do you know? Aquarius, some of you have very, very, very dark thoughts, very negative thinking. And this is not a knock on you. I don't bullshit here because I want everybody who's watching this to have this. But this is having the agape love. I don't really like the romantic part of this card. I don't. I really don't. We got the romance card in my weekly. If you haven't watched my weekly, I highly recommend you watch that. We need agape love in our life, the highest love of all. Agape love is tied to the 10 of Pentacles. That's how you have it all. And clearing your heart chakra fully and forgiving yourself and others, which clears your heart chakra, opening up that heart chakra fully and clearing it of all low vibrational energies. It opens the gateway to having it all, to having everything, to having the 10 of Pentacles. You guys have been getting this message for quite some time. Others of you may finally be fully getting the light bulb going off above your head. Oh, look at what's after awareness, reflection. The energy of reflection supports our growth through the insights we get from the contemplations of self and others. I forgive myself. I am forgiven. I forgive others who've done wrong unto me. Do not think for 1 second, Aquarius, that you can have 10 of Pentacles, you can have it all if you cannot forgive. This is for you. It's not for them. Do you really want to have this bitterness, this resentment, this anger in your heart because you can't forgive? Do you see what it is doing to you, Aquarius? Do you see what it is doing to your love life, to your family life? When you have that in your heart, you project, you reflect that out, and it leads to that anger. It leads to distorted masculine energy. It's at the bottom of the deck. And I said something about, look at this person. There's complete destruction. It's complete chaos. His clothes are tattered. He's focusing too much on the time, divine timing. Oh, I have to do all this stuff in like 2 hours or 10 hours. There's not enough time in the day. The bank, the police, focusing too much money. Look how barren this place is. The walls are crumbling down. It's total war here. It's total destruction. I said something about somebody focusing too much on money, on material things, on making the home look a certain way, or having the cars, or having this type of house, or something like that, right? Somebody was regretful for buying a home or spending too much money on something. The distorted masculine also doesn't forgive. He gets mad at everybody. He blames society. He blames the government. He blames other people for the destruction, for him having to work a 9-to-5 job, for him to be toiling and laboring, for stressing out. That's what a distorted masculine does. And when he gets to that place, he's tired. He's all tattered. He just can't, that light is shining bright in his face and he can't deal with it. When the feminine energy is not there, and you're blaming, and you're falling into this 3D world, which also ties to forgiveness, your distorted masculine energy goes up. They become violent, angry, bittered, resentful, all it's nasty energy. It also leads to high stress levels, health problems, family problems. We all know when some people are overdoing it at their jobs, or they're working so hard, time boxing themselves, I have to do all this shit. I talked about delegating, right? Some of you, it's just You're so distorted masculine, like your world is falling apart, but that's on you, Aquarius. And some of you are like, well, there's no way I'm going to get out of this because it's everybody else's fault. I have to do this because this is what society says to do. No. You guys are much smarter than that. You're Aquarians. You are the innovators. You're the weirdos who can figure shit out and step outside of the box, not confine yourself to the box. You were not made for a box, Aquarius. The distorted masculine stays in the box. You don't. You can have everything. You just got to pull yourself away from the 3D world, working for the man and following what everybody else is doing and try to keep up with the Joneses. And again, with that anger and bitterness, the distorted masculine starts taking it out on everybody else. And of course, the distorted masculine is not going to forgive. Oh, that's beneath me. Oh, that whatever. I'm not going to do that because that person ruined my life, or like the government this, the government that, or whatever it is you're putting blame on. They screwed me over. I'm stressed out. It's another day in the job of something. I'm hearing that from somebody. I'm getting, for whatever reason, somebody might be jealous because somebody you know has no stress whatsoever in their lives. They seem to like be magically manifesting things, or they seem to be complete peace, something like that. Don't be jealous of people like that, because you can have that type of life too. It's just that that person that you're jealous of, they did a lot of fucking work to get there. They understood what was really important in life, and they're harmonious because of it. They've removed their ancestral patterns. They stopped working for the man. Stopped working for the 3D world. They're in the 3D world, but not of it. Some of you are still of the 3D world. But this is for you. This frees you of your heart chakra, of your karma. A lot of you are carrying on karma from other lifetimes where you could not forgive people, let alone yourself. When you forgive yourself, you're telling yourself, you know what? I'm not going to let that person get the best of me. I'm not going to let that person or that issue, that situation, or that government, whatever this is, destroy my inner peace. Why am I allowing somebody else to destroy my life that I can create? Why am I going to beat myself up for making these mistakes? Why am I going to beat myself or not forgive myself because I allowed other people to take over me, to give away my power, to let people walk all over me? It's time for you to stand up, Aquarius. But this forgiveness thing keeps showing up. The tarot will not change, Aquarius, until you do. Until you forgive yourself. I'm hearing this is the last straw. But some of you, you've acquired this through many lifetimes and it's still showing up for you. And for some of you, it's magnified because you haven't learned your lesson of forgiveness yet. And the more you stay with distorted masculine energies, the more you push away that love, the more you push away the third time's a charm, Aquarius. When I talk about forgiveness, guys, this is when I get interference. They try to mess me up and it doesn't work. So I was pulling up the card here. But what I was also getting was that your person is really regretful for being the distorted masculine, focusing on money, on material things, having the nice house, having the nice car, not understanding what is really of value. I'd rather have a happy family than a nice car and a nice house, because some of these, your masculines or your person, they were having all these things. They had the whole house, but it wasn't a home, right? Which is why I said for some of you, you make the house a home. They had all this money. Again, something about getting an inheritance or getting an estate. And they have it now, but they're like, what do I do with this? This is no fun. I don't have anybody to share it with. I have this big, massive house and it's empty, right? So this person was distorted for a long time, focusing on the money, working for the man, but also blaming. I can't believe all these other people have millions of dollars and I don't, and they have this car and they have this house and I don't, blah, 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 blah. I need to work, I need to work, I need to work, I need to work to make money, to have that mansion, to have that nice car. And they were like, this is bullshit. Why do I have to work so hard? Why do I have to work for somebody else to do all this and put myself under stress and having my world destroyed and everything? But that's because they got caught up in the 3D world. That's what the devil wants us to do. Again, deception. So this person actually was deceiving themselves, thinking that they needed this money. They needed all these things to make them successful, to make them have others look at them like they were somebody, that it defined them. When they started to realize it destroyed them instead. So they're regretting wholeheartedly that they focused so much on this type of life. And they're afraid of losing you, is what I just heard. Because that's why they're stressing out. I said they're about to ask you something. It's not just for you to have this life with them. It's also asking for forgiveness. This has been showing up quite a lot, Aquarius. This person's aware now that love is the most important thing in life right now. Not money, not degrees, not cars, not houses. Because you can have that beautiful mansion and just be you in it. It doesn't make it a home. Love makes a house a home. Harmony makes a house a home. Having a partner to share this beautiful house, this beautiful life with you makes the house a home. You can't get to the 10 of Pentacles without somebody else being involved in it. And this person is very regretful for what they were focusing on in life. And they're freaking out because they want to ask for forgiveness here. But they also are learning, or they're having to learn to forgive themselves for putting so much attention on their work, on their career. There's something with strong Capricorn energy, on the money, on the status. It doesn't get us anywhere, guys. When we die, you can't take the car, the watch, the house, the money with you. Doesn't go anywhere. You can pass the money on, or the car, but you can't take it with you when you leave this place. So this person's also forgiving themselves. Oh my God, like I was so distorted masculine. I was focusing on the wrong thing. And not focusing on having true love in my life. So this person is working on, I forgive myself, I am forgiven. God forgives each and every one of us. You know how much we screw up? How many times we screw up? How much we get caught in our distorted masculine energies? Trying to chase the money instead of the dream? Trying to make ourselves look like we're somebody because of the money, the salary we have, the cars we have, the homes we have? Is that how you want to leave your legacy? You want your family to be known by the car that you drive or the house that you live in? Do you want people to know you by how much money you're making? Or the type of watch you're wearing or the clothes you're wearing? Not to like put Jeff Bezos out there, but people are going to remember him for being a billionaire. But what does that do for humanity? And you guys are all about humanity. I would admire somebody more like Nelson Mandela or Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King didn't have all this money, did he? But he changed the world with what he did, with what he said. How him bringing peace, love, and harmony to earth was his purpose. There was nothing about the car he drove, the house that he lived in, the money that he had. And we still talk about him to this day. And if you ever watch his speeches, they're some of the most powerful, encouraging, motivational speeches I've ever heard. And it still reverberates in the same way that it did when he actually stood at those podiums with those words coming out of his mouth. That's power. Right there. That is changing the world. That's lifting humanity up. That's putting the love out there that this whole planet needs. So somebody here is starting to realize this. I want to leave a legacy. I want to be an icon. I don't want to be remembered for the shit that I possess. Because all people are going to look at you when they look at your picture is a big fat dollar sign and nothing else. You might as well replace your face with a dollar sign. Okay? But somebody here is like really regretting, oh my God, I was chasing all of the stuff that did not make me happy in the end. So they want me to read the forgiveness card. The quickest and simplest way to reconnect with your greater sense of personal worth and let more love into your life is to forgive yourself completely. You don't even have to know what you are forgiving yourself for. The angels understand that feeling guilty about a whole array of things has been an ongoing part of our lives, and now they say it's time to let that go. The strange thing about guilt is that you can carry it without even realizing it, and it is often about trivial or long-forgotten events. As you repeat the mantra below, the vibration of these beautiful words will flow through you, and that mantra is, I forgive myself, I forgive myself, I forgive myself, I am forgiven. Forgiveness is synonymous with love, acceptance, nurturing, and spiritual maturity because in reality, none of these energies are separate from one another. They all work together. The uplifting vibration gently and gradually dissolves all the guilt and self-blame you might have stored in your physical cells, your chakras, and your energy field or aura. Letting go of these old energies is a relief, and as this darkness disappears, it creates space for more light and love to flow in. So the more you use this mantra, the lighter and brighter you will feel, literally. Most people think that forgiveness is about forgiving someone else, but when you start with self-forgiveness, you quickly feel more lovable and find it much easier to accept others and forgive willingly when you need to. This creates space in your life for more joy and deeper personal connections. So, people have a hard time forgiving other people because they haven't forgiven themselves first, completely. They haven't let go of something. Okay. Once you do that, you will start to become more in alignment with the Ten of Pentacles. All right, Aquarius, that is your reading. Well, thank you for the confirmation, Holy Spirit. All right, guys, I'm going to head on now to the extended. Again, the extended is in the link below. We're going to look into what really is you're struggling with, or your person struggling with it, what's blocking the connection here on top of whatever else we got here. When you understand that, is really going to help you to move forward and your person move forward. We're also going to look into what is happening next in love, your connection with you, depending on how you're looking at it. And then we're going to get messages from your person, okay? Or your inner masculine, because apparently the divine masculine has a big word to say to the distorted masculine. It's not just coming from your person. It's coming from your inner masculine, okay? So if you go to capellawellness.com and not the link below, click on the extended videos section in the header of my website. If you're on the phone, in the mobile web browser, if you click on the hamburger menu when you're on my mobile site, You will see extended videos in the list of categories there, all right? Okay, Aquarius, that concludes your reading. Thank you so much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today, and always I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.